been about a year since I started my Sims 4 Cottage Living Let's Play series. Within that year, I actually only made it through one full rotation, but I have to be honest, it was just a little bit miserable playing that rotation. It feels like every episode there was just some kind of chaos, because everything is just so far away. Whenever they want to walk anywhere, it's just all downstairs, all the way across the lot. Stop for a second. No, you're not. You're not going to that computer, I swear. She's going all the way where? To here? To do what? Where are you going? What is this? What? Do I just need to put a gate here so we can stop with the running all over the place? What do you mean there's no books on the shelf? Do I have to do everything around here? There goes the horse, outside of her fence. Where are you going? It's right there. Oh my God, is she gonna walk all the way to the library? The cow, hang on a second, that's not even my cow. No, you don't. Oh my God. But believe me when I'm saying I'm losing my patience a little bit more every single time. So as of my last episode, which is where we played the Oaks family, the final family in the rotation, I made the decision afterwards that I was going to completely refresh the entire save file. So that's what I've been working on over the last few weeks, and it's what I'm going to show you guys today. First off, I'm very happy to announce to you guys that this is a completely custom content-free save file. So everyone is going to have access to the fresh new Henford village lot that I've created, and everyone will have full access to all of these families that I have refreshed to be custom content free. This is a completely new save file. So I saved all of the families from my previous save file, loaded them into this one, and gave them all new outfits, fixed up their traits and relationships a little bit, and I also added a whole bunch of Cottage Living townies from the gallery. These were already in the game, as you guys know, but all of these families are from the gallery, and I will quickly swipe through all of these just so you guys can see who these families are and who they're by. I was trying to look for some families that had a pretty good variety of kids, because I want there to be a lot of different kids and different aged people in the village. Not in the village, but in Henford on Bagley in the city, just walking around. So yeah, there's some kids, some teenagers, some young adults. I feel like most of the parents actually are young adults. This is the last sim. I changed her outfits, but this girl's also in the game somewhere. And then I'm pretty sure I told you guys, I think this is the cowboy that I used to create Jesse Casper, but I don't think I ever mentioned that Alden Avila is from this sim and this creator, and then Wesley Herrington is from this sim and this creator. I apologize if I never included that. I think I honestly just completely forgot that that's something I need to make sure that I do. Our sim Hazel Hannon is also from the gallery, and I am so sorry. I don't know where she came from, and it's kind of hard to find. I am so sorry to whoever created her. You did a wonderful job, and I'm going to use her in my series. Thank you so much. But moving on. So here are our townies. Here are our families. Here we have Hazel and Juliana Hannon's house over here in the Finchwick area of Henford on Bagley, and now let's jump into Henford Village. So here we have our completely custom content-free, new, fresh Henford Village lot. And I'm sure you're wondering, why did you use the exact same lot? It was too big, you were always complaining. Yes, I was always complaining, but I feel like the layout had a huge impact on all the problems. Everything was at different levels. Things were sprawled out across the entire lot. We had houses all over the place. We had the stairs. The stairs were the biggest issue. I would like to think, and I'm hoping, that the layout that I've chosen this time is going to be a lot better. So right away when you come in, this is the neighborhood. So we already have all 5 houses as soon as you come in. The furthest house away from the entrance is the Casper house way back here. And I put it way back here just because of the barn. And I wanted to add a little bit of dimension to the lot so it wasn't flat. I didn't want to add too much. So I feel like honestly a hill is perfect. And it is walkable. They can all walk up and down here. It's not too much. Then over here is where we have all of the community shared areas. So this time around I have built a proper large garden. We have only the chicken coop. We're not doing the animal shed because the animal shed caused too many problems. Think of the first Henford Village Cottage Living rotation as a trial run. That's kind of how I've been thinking about it. This is our second time around. I think it's going to be just so much better. I feel like I have taken so many tips and ideas from myself through playing on that lot that this is just going to be so much better. So moving on, yes, no more animal shed. We're not doing that. We will do the chickens though. Only one chicken coop. Everyone can come in here and care for these chickens. We're probably still going to be getting the notifications about the hens being sad because you're going to get them no matter what, but there's only one to worry about. We also have a little bee box right here just as another activity and a proper garden. We have these large gardening plots out here, and then I even bought the greenhouse kit so I could build a real greenhouse. So the Sims are not going to be doing gardening in their houses. They are only going to come to this garden. So it's a real, like I keep saying, like proper garden, and that's it. Crops will be growing all year round, being taken care of by whoever the active household is, and whoever is actively playing can harvest those and continuously have produce in their refrigerators. Moving on, we have a little horseshoe pit here just as another activity. I tried to add more activities throughout the village than last time. So already we have chicken coop, garden, bee box, and the horseshoe pit. Over here is the library and pub lot. So these are actually almost the exact replicas of the custom content free versions of these that I've already made in the other save file. And please don't be mad at me, but I kind of want to scrap it. Just take my word for it that you don't want to play on that lot. And this one is a lot better. It's already completed. It's already on the gallery for you now. And this one's just better. So this is the library. I saved the other one to my gallery and then basically just placed it in here. So it's almost exactly the same as the custom content and custom content free version that I've made in the past already. Same with the pub. The only thing with the pub is it's just a little bit smaller and the layout is a little bit different, but it has the exact same feel, same kind of furniture. It's still cozy in here. Then outside of the pub is the little sitting area with a grill. So the sitting and eating area is only over here. Moving over here, we have a proper park as well. We have some monkey bars, a toddler slide, a sandbox with toddler blocks inside in case there is a toddler at the park. They have more to do than just the slide, and a swing set. Now, this is something that I feel like is either going to drive me crazy or it's going to be super cute or both, but I decided to do something different and cute and add a tree house into the park for the kids to play in. It's super small. You're not going to see the tree when you're actually in here, but it is going through the house. We've got some actual functional toys here, and we have room for a sleeping bag. I mean, there's room in here for like any of the kids to come up here and sleep if they wanted to. And if you wanted to get rid of all the toys and just do sleeping bags up here, you could do that too. They could have sleepovers in here. That was like kind of the idea. Like come up here and play, hang out, have sleepovers. I don't like that one. Is there a cuter one? The sleeping bag doesn't matter right now. But yeah, so here we have a tree house in our park. We also have a marble circle and a hopscotch court right here in the pathways. This little area is kind of designated for one of the market stands. So I tried to do this in the last version of the village, but I realized it's not going to work unless it is the Sim's personal item. So as long as the Sim has a market stand, you can toss it right here, and I feel like this is a perfect area to sell your goods. I feel like there's so much more to show you guys. I want to tell you about the rotation and the families and just like the little details that I've added, but I also want to give you a tour of each house. So we're going to do that now. First off, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. So in pretty much every cottage, there are at least 1 or 2 cross-stitch hoops on the wall, and those are because of Mandy K77. Thank you so much for sharing this to the gallery. Almost every cottage has some kids' drawings on the walls too throughout the house. Thank you to Shannon R340 for sharing these. I used some of the horse art in Hallie Casper's bedroom. Thank you to Simsational2. Thank you to this creator for the folk country ranch art. Kitchen wall art sets by Mandy K. I used a couple of these in the Preston cottage. I think I used 1 or 2 of these flower art pieces by Purple Lavender, and another 1 or 2 of these flower art pieces by Mandy K77 again. Lights are off in the Davies cottage, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip that one. We're just gonna move over here. So we'll start with the Oaks family. The Oaks family is Willow Oaks, the mother, Ezra Oaks, the father, Wren Oaks, one of our children, and Henry Oaks, the other child, and they are twins, with their collie dog Winston and their tabby cat Piper. Here they have a little entrance. Here's their living room with a fireplace, cross stitch, a piano. Here's their little tiny kitchen. It's a big jump from what they had before. They have the family bulletin board and the automatic refill dog bowl in here because I cannot ever remember to fill the dog bowl up. They have a full bathroom downstairs and the parents' bedroom. So if you guys download this lot on the gallery, you will not have these family photos. I just need to let you know right now. I did save the save file. So if you download the save file, then these will be in here. But if you download the house from the gallery, they will not be there. But I did take the time to take some wedding photos of all the Sims, and there might be too many family photos around the houses, but I like it. I feel like it adds some like personal touches to each room. So that's the downstairs of the Oaks family cottage. They also have a door going outside to their little patio where they have their laundry stuff and a flower arranging stand beforehand, and then a couple gardening things just in case. Anyways, moving on upstairs. Here is the second floor where we have Ren and Henry's bedroom, kind of the same layout as before. And over here we have a nursery because Willow is pregnant. She is in her first trimester as of now. There's another full bathroom upstairs. And yeah, that is the Oaks house. Now we will move over to the Preston cottage, which is our biggest family in the rotation. The Preston family is Lucille Bell, the grandma, Mallory Preston, Olive Preston, our teenager, our child Lucas Preston, our toddler Elliot Preston, our infant Ava Preston, and our father Ben Preston. And then they have their Wheaten Terrier dog Rocky. So the Preston cottage in this save file shares some similarities with the last one, but it's also pretty different. Really, the only thing is the living room I tried to keep like pretty similar. They have the same color palette. They have their little corner over here for Ava and Elliot to play. Rocking chair, their one fully stocked bookshelf. Here's their entryway with family photos. I did not add a railing here because the railing has been glitching and it's like going through the wall and it just looks terrible. Here's their kitchen. I tried to keep it pretty big still. So they have like a wraparound kitchen with the little island and bar stools, and then here's their large kitchen table with 2 high chairs, a full bathroom right here, and then this is Lucille's bedroom, the grandma. Moving upstairs, we've got 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Here's the bedroom that Elliot and Lucas will share. They have just 1 toy up here. They've got some photos together, a mirror, and then Lucas has a little study nook over here in the corner. Olive's room over here is pink and girly. She's got some flower art and then some other personal photos on the wall over here. Olive's aspiration is to be a writer, so I made sure to give her a nice little writing desk. She also loves to paint, so she's got some sketches over here on the wall. Here is the kids' bathroom. Right here, they have access from the hallway. Then here is Ben and Mallory's bedroom. They have more wedding photos in their room, an attached bathroom right here. And then outside is where they have their laundry stuff and a painting easel. Now moving over to the Herrington cottage. This is the Herrington family with Wesley Herrington and his fiance Alden Avila and their American long-hair cat Ralphie. Their house is laid out differently as well, but I did try to give it the exact same like cozy feel, same color scheme kind of. So their cottage is darker with the more natural colors again. They have their cross stitch, a TV, a scratching post, and bed for Ralphie. There's a little writing desk for either of them, and Alden's painting corner in the living room. Here's their little L-shaped kitchen. They've got a table with just 2 chairs. They have a little hallway here with a super slim bookcase, and then they have their full bathroom, and this is their bedroom. And then this door takes them outside to their little patio where there is a woodworking table for Wesley. I added another back patio later because I realized they didn't have anywhere for their laundry to go, so they will just have to kind of go outside and go out this patio gate and then walk over here into this patio, but it's still attached to the house. It's not that far of a walk. I figured it was okay. So this is where their laundry will be. Now we'll move up here to the Casper household. The Casper family is Jesse Casper, his daughter Hallie Casper, their dog Scout, and their horse Bella. Over in the Hannon household, who lives in Finchwick, Hazel Hannon is Jesse Casper's ex-girlfriend and Hallie Hannon's mother. Hazel lives with her older sister Juliana. Juliana is obviously Hallie's aunt. So if you see them around, that's who they are. Here in the Casper household, once again, I tried to stick to kind of a similar floor plan and the same like decorative style inside. So they have their little entryway here. Over here in the living room, they have some family photos, some gallery art. They have a very large fireplace, and I think their living room is super cozy. I actually really like it a lot. I like that it's like super dark wood with the light furniture, which is just funny because I had such a hard time creating the Casper household in that first rotation and like the build portion of the rotation or series, but this time around I feel like it was super easy. Here's their kitchen, same layout as before, way less clutter and a lot more room for their table and chairs. Down the hall we've got the little mudroom area. We have a full bathroom. Jesse Casper's bedroom, super dark and cowboy-ish. And then over here in Hallie's room, I had a lot of fun making her room. It's very simple, but wait a minute, I just realized something's missing. This is how it's supposed to look. I didn't even realize that until right now. But this is her room. Hallie loves horses. That's why she lives here with her dad, because she wanted to be with Bella. And she does like the small village and ranch hand lifestyle. She's got horse pictures and posters everywhere. She has one of the large mirrors in her room. So it's like a little bit girly, but a little bit like Western. I don't know. I really like her room. I think it's cute. Outside, there's a huge area for Bella. That was something I was like stressed about in the last version of their house. There was no room for the horse. So Bella has this whole area now to like strut around. She's got a ball to play with. She's got her prairie grass. There's a ball out here for them to kick around their laundry and another woodworking table for Jessie. The downstairs section of the barn is obviously going to be for Bella, but the upstairs section of the barn, and I really wanted to do this in the last like rotation or gameplay, but I just never did. I kept forgetting to do it. But I bought the basement treasures kit and I'm so glad that I did because it really just made this whole thing like perfect. So this is a hangout area / storage area of the barn for Hallie and Jessie. They've got sleeping bags up here. They'll have sleepovers up here sometimes. She's got a play tent and I added some toys and books in there. There's this little drawing that Hallie put on the wall. They've got their horse race banner thing, some boxes, Hallie's old crib, an old couch for them to watch TV. So they don't have a TV in the house. This is where they'll watch TV. There's a toy box in here, like stuff to do, but it also looks like an attic and I really love it. And I just feel like this is a perfect area for Hallie to hang out with her friends and have sleepovers and come up here when she needs some alone time. I just wanted something fun and different, kind of along the lines of the treehouse. I also had the thought that they could have sleepovers out here, like in the horse field area. They could have a tent out here. Like I want to start implementing like fun things. And the way that I structured this lot just kind of feels like a little bit less hectic and stressful to me, to where now I feel like I can do those things a little bit more. All the houses are smaller, closer together. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes in the gameplay, but like going into this, that's what I want to do. So lastly, we have the Davies household. And like I mentioned earlier, all their lights were off for some reason. So I went ahead and went into live mode to show you guys their house. So the Davies household is our sim, Alana Davies, her husband, Avery Davies, and I don't know why she's in the treehouse, but their infant daughter, Winona Davies. This is one thing, and actually this happened like earlier when I was taking pictures and stuff and switching between households to set everything up. Somebody's baby, like I think it was Ava Preston, like spawned up here, and I was like, is this what we're going to be doing? So that's one downside to the treehouse that I have to let you know about right now. But lucky for me, I have the teleporter mod, so I can easily just put her right back where she needs to be. Anyways, this is the Davies family, and they also have I forgot what kind of dog he is, but this is their dog Bo. Here is their little kitchen and some photos of them on the wall. They're super tiny, little dining area, and they're gonna have to get a high chair soon, actually. I just remembered because they have a baby. Here's their living room with some of their personal wedding photos on the wall over here. They've got cross stitching. They have a little radio, a TV. Their full bathroom is downstairs behind the living room. And then their door to outside is through the kitchen, through this like little nook where they have their laundry, their painting easel. And then I added the meditation pillow here for them, just as again, like another activity. And then going upstairs for them, here's their little hallway with the stairs, the primary bedroom with more photos. I like loaded these houses up with family photos. Like I said earlier, like it might be too much. I don't know. I feel like it just like adds that personal touch to each cottage. Here's their bedroom. I think their bedroom's super cozy. It's like kind of bare on the walls. I didn't want to add too much just because of the wallpaper. But yeah, I like their room. And then across the hall is the nursery for Winona. This is the first nursery that I built, and I feel like it's obvious because they have the most detail in here in comparison to the rest of the nurseries. But yeah, she's got toys, toy box, shelves, changing table, photos, rocking chair, all the things that you need in a nursery. So there's the tour of each cottage. Now I want to show you guys really quick just two other lots. So I'm going to show you Hazel Hannon's house, and I'm going to show you this national park. I don't know what that's called. Isla Volpe. We're going to look into this. So as I was saying before, I want there to be like more activities among the Sims. Like I want the kids to hang out. There's only one teenager in the village right now, Olive Preston. I want her to have some teenage friends and like go out and do stuff and hang out. I left the park the way that it was, but I added some things to it. So the first thing that I added was a pool that is meant to look like a pond, but I want people to like come here, like to this little, I guess, secret swimming hole or something. It's somewhere to go have some fun on a summer day. Here's the original pond that was already in the park. I just moved the picnic tables and the grill and stuff over here so we can come here and have parties, barbecues, or whatever. I added a horseshoe pit. I didn't actually realize it was like in the tree though, so let me add that over here instead. I I put like the rock fire pit over here with no chairs, so they can all sit on the ground and have a little campfire. The last little thing that I added over here was a wedding arch. So this doesn't have to be for all the weddings, but if anyone wants to run away and have a super quiet, like secretive little wedding, I feel like this is perfect. It's so serene out here. It's so pretty with the flowers. I don't know, it's sweet. Here's a perfect place for your Sims to go elope. Besides the few things that I've added here, I haven't really changed this because I don't want it to be like a real park. I just want it to be like a quiet hideout place. And then moving over into Finchwick, this is 5 Cobblebottom Street. I didn't change anything about the exterior of this house. I added hopscotch and a swing set. This is Hazel and Juliana Hannon's house. This is where they live together, the 2 sisters. This is Hallie, Casper's mother and aunt. So I did change the interior of the house. I just changed like the layout. So this can be Juliana's room. I added some pictures, but this is her room. And then my thought was that Hazel can sleep here in Hallie's bedroom. They have a bedroom here for Hallie for when she comes to stay with her mother. So Hazel kind of sleeps in here, and then whenever Hallie's here visiting, Hazel will either sleep like out on the couch or she can sleep in the bed with her sister. There's really like not anything special going on in here. I just figured I'd show you because I did make a few changes, or if we ever do like a stay over with Hallie. Okay, so the last thing that I want to show you guys is the calendar and the clubs and relationships. So I told you that I have edited everybody's skills. I'm not going to show you individually all of those, but I will show you kind of what I did here with the relationships. So I've made the kids friends with a couple of the townies and then all friends with each other. Everybody here has a good relationship because that's just the only way that I know how to play. Obviously, if you feel like causing some mischief, feel free to add some negative relationships, but it's hard for me. Like, I just want everyone to be friends and be happy. I feel like that girl from Mean Girls.
She doesn't even go here.
But everyone is friends. Everyone has like kind of a relationship. I've added some clubs. So the first club that we have is Henford Kids. The club activities that we have here are playing hopscotch, play marbles, play on the playground equipment, watch TV, and play with toys. So when the kids are gathering, they're playing. They're not doing homework, they're not studying, they're having fun, they're doing kid things. They're like getting use out of the things that I've put in here. Then I've made the Moms of Henford Club, and same as the last Let's Play, I added drink coffee, eat food, be friendly, and be funny. So they're just moms hanging out. There's nothing really special here. And then let me know if you come up with a better name for this club. This is just like what I thought of on the spot because they're not all dads, they're just the men. The Henford Boys Club activities are playing horseshoes, drink bar drinks, mix bar drinks, watch TV, and be funny with everyone. Same thing, just the dads and the men, they're just hanging out. They're probably primarily going to be over in this area here playing horseshoes and hanging out in the bar. And then like I mentioned earlier, I was just gonna say, like I mentioned earlier, I've stocked all the refrigerators, but it's not showing the refrigerator as being stocked. So, not really sure what to tell you about that. That is just a game glitch because I took one sim from every single household and I had them either order groceries or go to the grocery stand and stock that fridge so that I would not ever have to buy groceries again for a while. And I guess it didn't work. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. So, good luck. I guess you're gonna have to buy groceries if you play the save file. Sorry. Sorry about that. The last thing I wanted to show you is the calendar. So let's not look at it this way, but let's look at it as holidays. For some reason, my audio completely cut out for this and the entire rest of the video, so I am here on the next day and I'm recording this again. So as I was saying, here is the calendar with only holidays selected. I made all of these extra holidays and I took a lot of inspiration from Ocean Sims, especially, and then a couple other simmers who added things in here like summer break, Mother's Day and Father's Day, Winterfest break, Winterfest Eve. I was on the fence about it for a little while, but I did make the decision that I really want to just completely start this rotation fresh. So we're gonna start in summer. But I feel like that's perfect because with the kids home especially, we get to really focus on the kids gameplay and like the family gameplay. We get to have like more outdoor events with the Sims. That's just kind of my thought. So we have the entire next week and a half off of school and work. Although the adults don't have jobs here anyways, they just work in the village. So they're kind of exempt from that. But yeah, the kids will be home from school school. On the second day of fall, I've added the first day of school. We have Spooky Day on a Saturday, so we can definitely have like a party and do trick-or-treating. The following week, I've added Harvest Fest break and edited Harvest Fest a little bit. I took out the gnomes because the gnomes just like irritate me, to be honest. But I added sports TV and invite guests. During the first week of winter, I added a random snow day, so if it's not... Hello. This is my pug that I'm watching this week. If you can even see him. Hello. Anyways, I've added a random snow day in here, so even if it's not snowing, I can use my UI Cheats extension to make it snow. And I realized there aren't actually any, like... This dog is just staring at me. He's like very distracting. I just hear him like licking his lips in my ear. I can't do this. Anyways, there aren't any like outdoor winter activities that I can add for a holiday, so I might go find some custom content ones, but it's really not that big of a deal. I can just make them go outside. Otherwise, we have baking and lighting a fire as the activities. The next week we have Winterfest break. Monday through Friday we have Winterfest Eve, where they will decorate, Father Winter will come, festive spirit, party spirit, and baking. So we can have like a Winterfest Eve party, and then Winterfest Day can be a grand meal, festive lighting, opening presents with really only family. We have New Year's Eve. I didn't change anything here, I left it as is. During the first week of spring we have Love Day, and I gave them one day as like spring break, so basically just a long weekend. During the last week of spring we have Mother's Day on a Sunday, so giving flowers, giving gifts, and party spirit. And then I selected the last Friday of spring as the last day of school, but as we go through the calendar and get closer to summer, if it feels more like the last day of school should be like closer to summer, we can always change it. But yeah, I just wanted to add that in there for now. But yeah, so this is my new save file. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I'm really excited to jump into the Let's Play. I'm hoping that all of these things that I've like pre-planned and implemented will make this just like so much smoother and a lot more fun. This top row here and then these two are all of the Cottage Living families and lots that I've either refreshed or edited or completely built for the save file. And right now, as you're watching this stuff is all on the gallery for everyone to play. As always, let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know if you have any other tips or ideas, or if there's anything that I forgot that maybe was a problem in the last rotation that I should try to fix this rotation. I do need to edit the MC Command Center settings, but I'll do that off camera. Otherwise, I think I covered everything. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that I forgot, or if you have any other ideas. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of the series and more content like this from me in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so God, I don't know why that's so funny to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.